What's up guys? Welcome sa atuang pag-resume sa atuang transportation engineering. So by this chapter we will be talking about theory of queuing, no? Okay, so if we talk about queue, the word queue, no? So I think we are all experienced this one in our everyday lives, no? So queue is a line or sequence of people or vehicles waiting their turn to be attended to or to proceed, no? So meaning to say that queue is kanang mag full in line ta, no? To wait for our opportunity to get served, no? Parehas anang kuan kanang magbayad ta sa kuan kanang sa bill sa tuang daniko, no? Sa kuryente. So in order for us para makakuan ta dili magyud tanan, no? Makiter to bayad. So isa-isa lang, no? Okay. So next is kanang magkuan ka, no? Mag-parking. So kung mag-parking ka para mahatagan ka og katong parking pass, no? So kinahanglan nimo mo wait sa imong turn, no? Then aside from that kanang parehas ng mga inspection kanang mosulod kag mall, especially karon nga pandemic or nakakuan ta, no? Nga kinahanglan pa iskanon ang imuhang QR, no? So para makasulod ka sa mall, kinahanglan nga naa kay QR, no? So pag wala kay QR, wala, no? Okay. So ingon na mag-fall in line ta to get served. So because of this one class, kay dili po exempted ang kuano, ang kanang sa traffic light. Kay ang traffic light kanang situation sa traffic light. Okay, so that is also an example of queuing, no? So ginawit man nato kung kanus ata mo mo green light, no, sa kuan sa mga intersection. Then queue, it is a form when arrivals wait for service or an opportunity such as the arrival of an accepted gap in the main traffic stream, like the collection of tolls at the toll booth or of parking fees at the parking garage, no. So kung makita ninyo dire class sa ato ang image, naatay rate of arrival. Then naatay service rate, no? Okay, these two are the most important parameters sa ato ang pag distinguish, no? Especially sa mga parameters in relation to queue, no? So if we talk about the theories of queuing systems, naatay duha ka klase nga queuing systems. The first one is what we call as the MD1 queue, which represents the queue length in a system having a single server. Okay, isa lang ka server, where arrivals are determined by a Poisson process and job service times are fixed, no? So meaning to say nga ang kuan niya, iyang arrival is determined and ang iyang service times are fixed, meaning to say fixed ang iyang service times. Kanang kuan siya ba, dili siya kanang constant ang iyang service time ba. Butang nato nga every person nga iyang i-cater is equivalent to 15 seconds lang, no, iyang magahin permi, no. So ana, no, so fix ang iyang service times. Then we have this another queuing system which is MM1 queue, which represents the queue length in a system having a single server. Okay, similar siya sa MD1, but diri sila nagkatalo, no? Where arrivals are determined by Poisson process and job service times have an exponential distribution. Meaning, the difference between the two is that ang sa MD1 is fixed when it comes to service times. Diri sa MM1 queue, exponential distribution. Meaning to say, dili fixed ang sa MM1. Exponential distribution, pwede siya ascending ang yang time or descending time. Bali, dili uniform, no? To make it short, dili siya uniform, dili siya fixed sa MM1. Okay, next. Then we have two dimensions of queuing models. The first one is we have equal time intervals. So mo ni siyang pasabot ganiha sa tuang service time, no? So equal time intervals derive from assumption of a uniform deterministic arrivals, no? So it can also service and also for the arrival. Then we have exponentially distributed time intervals, so derived from assumption of Poisson's distributed intervals. Okay. So next, we have two activities of queue. So sama sa kong mentioned earlier, these two are the most important parameters of determining the queue parameters, no? So aside from the rate of arrival and the service rate, natay mga gitawag nato nga mention nato later on, no? Katong mga waiting time tapos length of queue, no? So what does it mean by rate of arrival, or what we call as the lambda, no? Okay, so refers to the rate of incoming vehicles through the queue in the service station. Meaning to say mga approach, no? Approaching vehicles. So pila ang iyang rate, no? So that is, we are talking about the number of vehicles, no? The volume. Then we have the service rate, which refers to the capacity of the service crew to cater a number of vehicles per minute. Meaning to say, we are talking about the service capability sa atuang crew, no? Ita say single. Okay, service rate niya, no? Pila ka vehicles ang iyang makater per unit of time, no? Okay. So we have two types of queue, no? Natay oversaturated queue are those arrival rate is greater than the service rate. Then saturated queue are those arrival rate and less than the service rate, no? So kung kuan class, kung mas greater ang value sa tuang arrival rate compare sa tong service rate, so oversaturated siya. Pag kuan naman mas dako, no, ang value sa tong service rate, mas paspas ang service rate compare sa tong arrival rate, so that is what we call as saturated queue, no? Then naapod tay gitawag nga undersaturated infinite queues. Undersaturated infinite queues, they both when both arrivals and service times are exponentially distributed. Di ba? Pwede man nato ano? Pwede nato ang arrivals ug ang service time may mong fix, di ba? Okay. So there is a undersaturated, it is both of these activities or the activities are exponentially distributed and there is one channel. So for example, when the road is under repair or one lane, so kana bitaw na kuan. So isa ra man gyud ang imong magian nga dalan, tapos duha ka kuan, duha ka lane, tapos isa lang ang magian nga dalan. So magpulihanay sila og kinsay mo agi, no? So muna siya example sa atuang undersaturated infinite queues. Okay, so here are the parameters that we need to identify or determine, no, when it comes to queue. So the first one is what we call as the traffic intensity. So it refers to the ratio between the rate of arrival and the service rate. So dali lang kay ni siya to calculate the traffic intensity. You should have a value of your arrival rate divided by the service rate, no? So the traffic intensity is unitless. So wala siya unit, no? Okay. Next, we have expected number of units in the system. So how we will able to determine the expected number of units in the system? So we have E or N. So we refer N as the number of units, which is equal to lambda over lambda minus mu, no? So ang lambda na to class, let us try to recall that lambda signifies the arrival rate and mu is the service rate. Then we have expected number of units waiting to be served, no? So the number of units. Okay, so if we have expecting for number of waiting to be served, so we signify the E right here, E function as M, no? So EM is equal to lambda squared over mu k times the quantity, the difference between the lambda minus mu, no? Okay, so this one class, kining inside sa lambda minus mu, this one has two cases, no? Pwede ni siya nga mabaliktad, no? Kini, pwede ni siya mabaliktad. Either it could be mu minus lambda or lambda minus mu, no? Kung kinsay mas dako. Or whatever the value of this one or the difference between this one, it should be in absolute value, no? Okay, so wala man gyud negative nga value when it comes to expected number of units waiting to be served, no? So if we talk about number of units, meaning to say number of vehicles, no? Okay. So Next is the average waiting time in the queue. So, average waiting time, we are talking about the unit of hours, no? So, if we are talking about, if we are, kung gusto na to nga in terms of minutes, so we just simply convert hours into minutes, no? Okay, so to calculate the waiting time, so we have the function, no, of E, which is the volume, no, equal to lambda over mu times lambda minus mu, no? So, kung makita ninyo class, medyo gamay lang iyahang diferensya sa kadong previous na itong formula for the expected number of units, no? Ang diri sa expected number of units, so let us try to differentiate that to. Ang diri sa number of units waiting to be served is na I square diri sa may numerator, no? While this one, average waiting time, no? Sa waiting time, so that is wala siya square diri sa numerator. So basig ma-confuse mo ba? Halos mao lang ba sila formula. Next, we have total delay, no? So what is the total delay? Therefore, it refers to the total time consumed from the average waiting time of arrival including the queue and service. Meaning to say, the total time nga gigahin sa vehicle gikan sa pag-abot niya during the arrival time up to the queuing and up to nga na service, no? Dito sa nakuha na siya, no, na servisuhan. So to calculate the total delay, so we have the function of E must be V equal to 1 over mu minus lambda. Okay, so that is how to calculate the total delay. Then the average length of queue, okay, refers to the number of vehicles waiting to be served on queue, no? So we are talking about the number of vehicles that is on queue, no? Waiting to be served. Okay, balik-balik lang. Okay, we have I don't know unsa ni siya nga kuan, no? Kalimot ko sa kanang Greek nga symbol ni siya, no? Okay, we call that one as stress, no? Stress man ni siya nga kuan. Equal to P squared over 1 minus P, no? Unsa gani ning P gani? So ang P is the traffic intensity, no? Traffic intensity. So first things first, to determine your average length of queue, you must determine first your traffic intensity. Okay, so to satisfy the concept of the queuing, no? So let us apply the following formulas, no, into the sample problem. So we have a sample problem right here. Okay, so vehicles arrive at the entrance of San Juanico Bridge in Tacloban at a rate of 180 vehicles per hour. So vehicles must stop at the toll gate where vehicles will have to pay a toll fee upon entering the bridge. So it would take 15 seconds per vehicle for the attendant to issue a trip ticket. So compute the traffic intensity. Okay, so unsa gipangita? The traffic intensity. So unsa gaytong traffic intensity? So ang traffic intensity was katong P, no? To calculate your P, we have arrival rate divided by the service rate. And coming from the problem, okay, the arrival rate from the entrance is equivalent to 180 vehicles per hour. So how about the service rate? Okay, the service rate, it says here that it would take 15 seconds per vehicle. Meaning to say, sa service rate na to, nga mu is equal to per vehicle. In one vehicle is equivalent to 15 seconds. Now, if we convert 15 seconds, no, into hour, no, so therefore, we have one vehicle divided by 15 seconds times 3,600 seconds over 1 hour. So we can have the value of a service rate equal to 240 vehicles per hour. No? So given na ang sa arrival rate which is 180, so therefore arrival rate divided by service rate, 180 divided by 240. Okay, 180 divided by 240. Okay, the answer is 0.75 and that 0.75 is your traffic intensity. So, dali ra siya, no? If you just able to determine what will be your values of your arrival rate and the service rate, so wala na, daog na, no? Okay, so second problem. On a given day, 425 vehicles per hour arrive at a toll booth located at the end of the ramp of the South Superhighway. So if the vehicles can be serviced by only a single channel at the service rate of 625 vehicles per hour, so determine the average number of vehicles in the system. So if we talk about average number of vehicles in the system, we are talking about En, no? E function of n. So to determine your En, or the number of vehicles in the system, so we have the formula En is equal to lambda over lambda minus mu, no? Okay. So as you might notice, class, the value of the arrival rate is much greater, the value of the service rate is much greater than the arrival rate, no? Sa arrival rate is 425 lang. Samantalang sa service rate is 625. So again, unsa ganin siya nga klase nga kwan? So that this one is, we call this one as the saturated, no? Saturated queue. Okay. So if we substitute all these values, so we are able to determine your expected number of vehicles. So therefore, 425 divided by 425 minus 625. So whatever the value of this one will be in absolute value, no? So the answer is 2.125. So wala man siguro yung negative, no? Number of vehicles. So it should be absolute value. Okay, kung mapansin ninyo, class, kay giround up na ko siya 3. Okay, kung makakita mo, the answer is 2.125 tapos giround up na kong 3. Is because, pag musubra na maguna siya, class, whatever the value or the preceding decimal, kung siya kaabot og 5 or less than 5, i-run up na to na siya into whole number, no? Okay, I'm sure, wala man siguro ikaw, ano? Lain man siguro, kay kung ingong tag sobra, dapat i-run up lang na to siya into sobra, no? Kaysa naman sa alanganin, no? So wala man tay decimal nga number of vehicles, di ba? So i-run up na to siya into whole. Okay, so that is how you express your answer, no? So the answer is 3 vehicles. Okay. So next problem, an off-ramp traffic must stop at a single toll booth at the entrance of the Highway 78. The arrival rate at the toll booth is 80 vehicles per hour. So if the service rate is 86 vehicles per hour, determine the number of vehicles waiting to be served. So since we are talking about waiting to be served, so the formula for that one is EM, no? So EM, so that is mu squared, lambda squared over mu times the difference between lambda minus mu, no? Okay, so as you might recall from the problem, so ang iyang arrival rate is 80 vehicles per hour. Then the service rate is 86, meaning to say, mas labaw ang service rate kumpara sa arrival rate. So therefore, this is an example of saturated queue. Okay, so since it is a saturated, so expected nga kinahanglan nato atwa siyang absolute value ang atuang answer, no? So we have 80 squared. Okay, so we have 86 times the difference of the two rates, no? 80 minus 86. Okay, so the answer must be in absolute value. So the answer is 12.403, no? So 12.403, so i-round up nato na siya or express nato ato ang final answer into 13, no? Same magyapon sa procedure tong ganiha, no? So therefore 13 vehicles waiting to be served. Okay, another sample problem. Okay, I think this one is the last, no? Last problem. Okay, vehicles arrive at the stop sign at the corner of P. Del Rosario Street and Osmeña Boulevard at the average rate of 250 vehicles per hour. Okay, average service rate at the stop sign is 12 seconds per vehicle. Meaning to say, service rate niya is 12 seconds per vehicle. If the arrivals and departure are exponentially distributed, so what is the average length of queue and the total time delay? So first things first, i-fixa nato ang atuang value sa atuang average sa atuang arrival rate and the service rate, no? Okay, so arrival rate is 250 and sa MIO is 1 over 12 seconds. So, since in one vehicle, per vehicle is 12 seconds siya ma-serve, so ato siyang multiplyan nato siya or lang 12 seconds, i-convert nato siya into hours, no? So, that will be 3,600 seconds divided by 1 hour. So, your service rate is equal to 300 vehicles per hour, no? Okay. So, since nanatay value sa ito ang arrival rate, then ito ang service rate. So, makompute na nato ang ito ang length of queue, no? So, the length of queue, meaning to say, we're referring to itong formula bitaw nga stress. Okay. So, stress is equal to P squared over 1 minus P. And, to get your value of your length of queue, kinahanglan sa nato siya isolve ang ato ang P, no? Which is the traffic intensity. So, the traffic intensity can be calculated as arrival rate divided by service rate. So, 250 divided by 300. So, your traffic intensity is 0.833, no? Okay, so then, substitute this value into our kining length of queue formula. So, we come up with, okay, now na itong arrival rate. So, 250 divided by 300. So, we have 8.833, no? So, 0.833 square divided by 1 minus 0.833. So, we have 4.155, no? Or, i-round up na to siya into 5 vehicles. So, this is now our number of vehicles in terms of, length of queue in terms of number of vehicles. Okay, next. How about the total time delay? So, the total time delay can be calculated as EV, no? E function of V. So, we have equal to 1 over mu minus lambda, no? Okay. So, to calculate your total time delay, so ato ang substitute na itong values, we have 1, tapos 300 minus 250. And your answer will be 0.02 hours. So, in equivalent nato sa number of minutes, pila yung total time delay. So, multiply nato siya 60. So, we can have an answer of 1.2 minutes. No? So, this is the total time delay. Okay, so, I think that's all, no? That's all para sa tuang this chapter about theory of queuing. Okay, so thank you for your attention and thank you for your listening. So, like and subscribe sa atuang channel. Okay, salamat sa atuang mga nag-subscribe sa atuang channel. So, thank you sa inyong padayon nga pagsuporta. Yay! Katay na rin.